Christ. God's been good to you. Well, go ahead and slap five at your neighbor and say, neighbor, if you haven't lost anything, you can sit there and look cute. If you haven't lost a job, you can sit there and look cute. If people haven't walked out on you, you can sit there and look cute. But where the real people at who said, in spite of all I've lost, I haven't lost my praise. I haven't lost my praise. And listen, co-pastor, the loss of anything can be painful. But here's the good news, my sisters, as you take your seat. Here's the good news. You ain't the first to ever lose something. You ain't the first that ever lost a job. You ain't the first that ever had to lose a finance. You ain't the first that ever been through a divorce. Go ahead and encourage your neighbor and say, you ain't the first and you won't be the last. But you know why you want to shout right here? It's because you are a survivor. Because the stuff that should have taken you out. Oh, I wish I had 50 women up in here who said, I survived all the loss. Ain't got no money, can't find my honey, but I'm still here at the camp. Here it is. All of us knows what it is to lose something, but I believe Reverend Dr. Jessica Ingram, I believe that nobody understands the pain of losing possession, position, and people like the man in our biblical text. Nobody knows what it is to lose possession, position, and people like the man in our biblical text. Come up close. Let me introduce him to you this morning. His name is Job. And notice how the Bible described Job. The Bible said that Job was an upright man. You know what that means? He was living right. He was walking right. He was doing right. And in spite of him living right and doing right, all hell broke loose. That's a word to somebody. It's just because you're walking right and just because you're living right does not mean you are exempt from trouble. In fact, I got a word for you. It's because you're living right that you're catching trouble. Because the devil don't mess with nobody who ain't got nothing going on. Slap five at your neighbor and say, our praise goes right here. Now I know why the devil been messing with me. It's because I either got it going on or I'm about to get it going on. Because I have not seen. Now come on, y'all, sit down. Somebody back there is trying to see. Listen, nobody knows. Come on, y'all know protocol. Y'all making me nervous. Come on now. Y'all know Job. Job is an upright man. He fears God. He honors God. He's a worshiper. And the Bible said in one day, all of life could turn upside down for Job. In one day, everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. And it seems like that has been 2010. Everything that could go wrong this year has gone wrong. My God, we still dealing with oil in New Orleans. We still dealing with a jacked up economy. We still dealing with a John McCain who can't overcome being beat by a black man. Is there anybody up in here that anything that could go wrong has gone wrong? Have you ever had one of those days? Have you ever had one of those seasons that everything that could go wrong ultimately goes wrong? You just got the car fixed. Now the cars need to be repaired. You just got the roof repaired. Now the garage is falling down. You just got the garage fixed and your children acting like they ain't got no sense. You got the child straight and your man acting crazy. You just got him together and your money is funny. Has anybody ever had one of those days where everything can just turn upside down? You started off this year saying that this is my season, this is my hour, it's my destiny, it's my purpose, and now everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, and you find yourself where Job finds himself. All he receives in one day is bad news. Word came to Job that there was a storm, and because of the storm that this had died, and there was another storm and your sons died, and there was another storm and your daughters died. There was another issue and all your possession. At the end of chapter 1, Job moves from having it all to losing it all. And to make matters worse, ladies, he got the final email, the final text, the final blog that said, Job, all your children were having house party number 1. And there came a storm and took out not just one child, but all. And the Bible said when Job got that kind of word, he fell to the ground, shaved his hair, ripped his clothes, and worshiped God. I wish I had 50 people up in here. Okay, let me just hit rewind. I said, when Job got the pink slip, he didn't have a pity party. He shaved his hair, fall to the ground, ripped his clothes, and he worshiped. He said, God, you're still a wonder to my soul. He loses. And here's my argument, Reverend Ellis. If Job can lose possession, position, and people and still have a praise, what's your issue? Oh, I ain't trying to hit you, but I ain't trying to miss you either. Come on. You may not have what you want, but you still got what you need. And if you know God's been this good to you, you don't have to wait for the preacher to pump you up. Or pull your neighbor by the hand and say, neighbor, my hair been shaved, my clothes been ripped, but I still got to praise. Lost my job, can't find my honey, but I still. In all that Job lost in one day, not 1 year, in 24 hours, not 12 months, in one day, he lost it all, and yet he shaves his head, falls to the ground, and muster up a praise that the choir never taught him. A praise that you can only get through trials. He said, the Lord giveth. I wish I had somebody right here. And the Lord, but bless or praise be the name of the Lord. Unless I keep you too long, the relevant question must be asked. How is it possible to lose possession, position, and people and still never lost your praise? I want to know, because in the last 6 months, I've lost some people who were in my ministry who are no longer there. I've lost some people through death, divorce, and a decision. And I've lost some possession. And I've lost a position in people's life. And so I asked Job the question. I said, I'm going to Ebenezer, and somebody going to have that question. How is it possible that in a bad economy, in the midst of losing a job, losing a marriage, losing a breast, that you can still have praise? Job said, Jazz, I got 3 reasons, and then I'll bid you farewell. I want to suggest, Reverend Jessica Ingram, that while Job lost possession, position, and people, that he never lost his praise, because Job kept possession, position, and people in proper perspective. Okay, don't go there yet. I'll come get you. Listen, did y'all hear what I said? It's right there. It's right there. I'm not making it up. It's right there in verse 20. In verse 21, Job shaves his hair. He falls to the ground, and out of his worship, he teaches us how to keep stuff in proper perspective. He said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I go back to my mama's womb. In other words, I came came with nothing, and I leave with nothing. So nothing from nothing leaves. Are y'all gonna catch it? I feel the Holy Ghost right here. Yeah. That even though I came with nothing, between the nothing that I came with and the nothing I will leave with, the Lord has given me some things. And some of the things he has given me is possession, position, and people.